Hi, I'm here to talk with you if you are a parent of a child ages 7, 8, 9, 10, even older than that, who struggles with nightly bedwetting. I'm talking about a child who wets the bed almost every single night or every single night, and has since he's been a baby. I want to let you know, first of all, you are not alone. I'm a parent who's dealt with this problem years ago, and I am here to let you know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Help! My child still wets the bed. I don't know what to do. Parents feel very alone because you probably don't have a friend who understands what you're going through. You don't want other people to know because you don't want your child to be embarrassed. I'm here as a resource to reach out to you. First of all, just to give you a big hug and say, been there. I get how frustrating it can be, and the relentless washing sheets and not exactly knowing what to say to your child because you're not quite sure what to do to help them. So first of all, I want to say that the most important thing is that you never, ever punish your child for bedwetting. Your child has a condition. It's called nocturnal enuresis. Millions of children throughout the world struggle with this. So trust me, you're not the only one. It's just no one talks about it, so you feel like you're the only one. But your child is not doing this because they're lazy. There are a lot of factors that can be involved, but mainly what it comes down to is that when your child is sleeping, his or her brain does not receive or register the full bladder signal. So they don't get that signal, therefore they just wet the bed. It's not their fault. They are not being lazy. If you have ever punished your child for bedwetting, I do want to say that you need to go to that child and let them know that you're really sorry, that it's not their fault, and you apologize if you've ever punished them for it. Next, I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that you can do to help your child end bedwetting. When a child reaches the age of 7 or older and continues to wet the bed, generally it begins to have an effect on the child. They begin to realize that their other friends don't have this problem. If there are siblings, older siblings who don't have the problem, or younger siblings who don't have the bedwetting challenges, this is the time when kids are beginning to be invited over to sleepovers. Maybe there's a summer camp that they want to do, and the bedwetting becomes a problem in their life. Then you start to notice that the bedwetting is affecting your child's self-esteem, that it's time to help your child. And there are a number of things that you can do. There are a number of factors that you want to look at before you make any choices. So I want you to take your time, and one by one I'm going to list, first of all, the beginning steps that you can take. And then I will also, in another video, go step by step as to how to solve your child's bedwetting problem. So the first thing you really want to do is start a conversation with your child. You need to not let bedwetting be the elephant in the room. So it's important to just begin having a conversation about it. Very matter-of-factly, very kindly. Chat with your child. I suggest that you start out a conversation with talking about something completely different, something that your child really loves and is really good at. So let's just say, you begin the conversation with, wow, I noticed how fantastic you are doing at football these days. I remember when you first started and you could barely do that 3-point stance. And now, oh my gosh, you are just really getting to be on top of your game. And I'm just so proud of you. And, I can see how much you love it. And I'm just want you to know, I'm just thrilled with you about how things are going with that. I have kind of noticed that the bedtime, that the struggles that you're having with the bedwetting seem to be bugging you a little bit. And I want to be sure you understand that you are not the only kid in the world who has problems with wetting the bed at night. Probably several other kids on the football team wet the bed as well. It's just no one wants to talk about it because they're too embarrassed. So you are definitely not the only kid. And I want you to know that if it's really beginning to bother you, that there are things we can do together to help you to overcome the bedwetting and hopefully make it go away. But I just want you to know it's not your fault. It's a medical condition. It's actually called nocturnal enuresis. So it's got this big fancy medical name. But if you're feeling like, hey, you're tired of it and you're tired of waiting for it just to go away, then I want you to just let me know. And together we are going to look into some of the things we can do. We'll talk about it. We'll see what you want to do. But I just want you to know I love you no matter whether you wet the bed, whether you don't wet the bed. You're just the best thing in the world to me, and just want you to know I'm here, and I will help you however I can. That's the kind of conversation that I hope you can start out this journey with your child. So just begin by being candid. Let your child know that you love them no matter what. And, if you can keep it as lighthearted as you can, that's the best thing you can do. The other thing I'm going to say is if there are siblings in the house that are giving your child a hard time about the bedwetting and are teasing them, then you need to take them aside and you need to let them know that no more. They are absolutely not to make fun of their brother or sister over the bedwetting. That it's a medical condition and, it's not something that is their brother or sister's fault, and you will no longer tolerate anything negative being said about it. That you expect them to be on board to help their brother or sister in any way they can. So you expect them to be positive and hopeful and helpful. One other thing I wanted to mention, if you have a child who shuts down when you try to talk with them about bedwetting, then I would strongly suggest you try using a journal. So you get a little notebook of some sort and you write a note to them telling them, first of all, again, something really positive. Just as simple as saying, of all the kids in the whole wide world, I was blessed with the best one. But I want you to know I'm feeling like bedwetting is maybe causing you some issues, and that you're really worried about your friends finding out, and that it's just bugging you. And so I want you to know I'm here to help, and just write me a little note back and let me know if you'd like to try to work on solving your bedwetting, and we'll look into what are the things we can do to make this go away for you. Okay, so write me a note. I love you. And many times kids who find it really hard to look you in the eyes and talk right to you about bedwetting will write a nice note explaining how much it ticks them off, and maybe if somebody's teased them, they can put that in there. So things along that line, suggest that they write to you anything that's really bothering them, bedwetting or not about the bedwetting. And then once you see what they have to say, you can try talking about it, or you can write them a note back. Journaling is a great way to get to the heart of things that kids have a hard time just speaking out. So I would strongly suggest, if you've got that kind of kid who doesn't really like to talk, then try journaling. I wish you absolutely the best, and I really hope that my video has helped you, and that the series of videos that I'm going to do will help you along and help your child and guide your family to solve your child's bedwetting issues. I'll talk to you again soon.